Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Saturday, November 1st, 2025. It's the beginning of a new month, and hopefully you had a beautiful evening last night. A nice time trick-or-treating with the kids if you got kids or if you went out. Hopefully you're all safe and sound back at home. Plenty of candy, sugar rashes. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful. As you know, this is a general collective reading. This is not personal. So please only take what applies and toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit. If it doesn't, it's not advisable. It is a timeless read. You're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to, okay? But please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Now, the theme for today is, I hate to say this because most people hate it, is I told you so. For the spellcasters that were doing magic, binding magic, baneful magic, bending wills, whatever this was, to harm, steal, take, hurt, unalive, whatever this was. They were warned and cautioned to stop doing what they were doing, and they wouldn't listen. And it's sad. It's sad. Now, the weekend's not over yet, so if they're still going, oh, they think they're still up there. Wait, the weekend's not over yet. It is what it is, okay? Oh, this popped out. Oh, boy, they were lighting candles. It's all red here. Honesty, 26. Somebody wanted power, control, and domination. You're too strong. Too resilient. They could have been attacking your root chakra. Well, let's right back at them. Right back at them. Yeah, lust and love spells. There we go. Come to me, spells. Look at that. All that in a bag of chips, right? Like, if you got to do lust spells, love spells to get somebody to come into your world or to like you or to be more amenable, more, I don't know, agreeable to whatever it is you want to do, what's to say about you? I mean, there's something repulsive about you? What's that say about you? Okay. Third party got in the way, maybe. Something to do with a decision or a contract. You used your higher wisdom. You've ascended, so none of this is working on you. It's gone back onto them. It's gotten even worse because if it is lust or love spells or come to me spells, they are now obsessed with you. The more that they do this, it's backfires. The more that they can't get your name out of their mouth or out of their mind. Yeah, it's all full of deceit. Wow. It's a balancing. Balance is being restored. 38 is 11 in tarot. Could be, I don't know, justice. It could be balance. It's a reckoning. It's karma. You're still balanced in alignment. Yep, there's movement here. Again, justice again. Balance. 29. There we go. There's movement. It is what it is. It's stupid. Myself and other readers have been warning these people to stop doing what they're doing. They don't want to listen. So we have honesty. Its best policy is honesty, right? 26. 26 might have something to do with it. Now, it doesn't have to be for lustful reasons like intimacy. It could be a family friend or an acquaintance or a total stranger. They just want to make you pliable. Some truths are coming out. They don't want you to go crazy and take it out on them. And I don't mean like badly, but take them to court or have them arrested or something like that, okay? They want you to look at them favorably. Now, it could be for smecks, okay? Now, if you got to do spell work on people to get them in bed, what's that say about you? Like, again, what does that say? Somebody's got addictions as well. I just posted that song earlier by Leonard Skinner. Somebody's got a smell about them. They're doing some, I don't know if it's drinking or other things, or all of the above. They're not going to make it too much longer here, okay? Plus, with the backfires, oh, gosh. Somebody's barking up the wrong tree. They've totally fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, okay? They're all that in a bag of chips, and they could do whatever they want and get away with it. They might have thought that they were protected. Well, I'm here to tell some of these people their protections are gone. They've been gone for a while now. They're just starting to click into that, you know? Maybe they just didn't, I don't know, they're so far up their ass. That's what it is. I hate to say it, but it's true. So honesty, 26, Where are we going with this for the collective, please? Someone's been very dishonest. They're trying to make... Oh, there's legalities involved here. Lawyers, court, and paperwork. They're trying to destabilize you to make you look a certain way. This could be criminal, civil, and or family. Somebody's feeling salty. They're not getting their way, I'm telling you. Bitter, angry, petty. This is somebody from your past. It's reminding me of Lot's wife, looking back to the past. Never look back. You'll turn into a pillar of salt. Something stagnant. They wanted you to stagnate, or they're stagnant, stuck, dead end, frozen. They could have been doing jar spells on you, and that's backfiring. Yeah, they burnt their bridges, and they know it. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. That's why they're doing these bending of will spells. You know what I'm saying? This is a psychopath. It could be the same story as the other day or yesterday. Might not be. Apparently, there's a lot of psychos in this world, or they claimed you were a psychopath, abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. It was them all along. Yeah, they're spreading smear campaign. I just heard slander, rumors, gossip, and nosy. Somebody's talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. Because that egg on your face is going to fucking look even better when it gets there. Keep talking. I love that when people get their foot in their mouths here. In this case, it's 2 feet and everybody else's feet. So we have honesty, 26, and legal. Yeah, unspoken desires. This is all greed. Unexpressed inner desires, often hidden needs or emotions. Unspoken tensions. There's a lot of tension right now. Tensions lurk beneath the surface. So they're going through it. Because you're spreading positivity. You're still positive. You're not hurting like they want you to be. You're not running back to them. I don't know. They can't match their false narrative to how you truly are. Keep radiating positive energy and influence. Somebody has attachment issues. They try to attach something to you. They have attachments. Oh, yeah, they do. There's spirits attached to them. I'll tell you that much. Of greed. Wanting power and control. Very prideful. Memnon. Huh. Imagine them apples. Issues of attachment, either excessive or fearful, may arise. Now they're getting their ego checked here. Somebody's ego is out of control. That's an ego death. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. Release expectations. Go fly a kite, whoever this is. Somebody's getting a higher perception here. You see things from a higher perspective. Let go of expectations and allow things to unfold naturally. And that's what you did, or this is what Spirit's telling you to do. Depends on where you are in this story. Just beginning, middle, or end. You don't take revenge, because vengeance is His. If you have great faith, know that they're working for you on your behalf, okay? Working for you. Yeah, people are now respecting your boundaries. You put boundaries in place for a reason. It's meant to be respected. The other person respects your personal space and boundaries. Good. It's about fucking time. So some of these people that were doing spell work on you, lying about you, whatever they were doing, are now respecting your boundaries. Because they know if they come near you, it's going to hoit. It's going to fucking hoit, right? So we have honesty. You're speaking the truth all along. So somebody might have to speak the truth in a court of law because they, perjured themselves against you. They bore false witness. For money. For gain. For property. Could be for children. Depending on what your story is. Okay? So honesty, 26. Best policy. Legal. Unspoken desires. Could be some crooked lawyers you're working with and or judges. Something to do with same-sex. Somebody could be in this. You could be. Hey, no shade. It is what it is. You love who you love. You shouldn't be ashamed. Whether it is a sin or not, I don't know. That's up to God, okay? I just know that He allows us to love, okay? I'm not saying it's good or bad. For me, I'm hetero, okay? So if somebody came to me and said that I can't love the opposite sex, do you understand what I'm saying? That I had to love the same sex. I'd have a problem with that. And I would imagine people that are gay or bisexual would have the same problem, right? People have a right to, as long as it's consensual, it's behind closed doors. There's a lot of religious, different religions that don't approve of it. I'm not here to say yeah or nay, okay? Because some people might say, well, you're religious. You're not religious. I'm not really religious, but I'm spiritual. Oh, well, some people say that that's against. I don't know. I can't judge. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to say to people, let people live, okay? There's something to do with an affair. This could be a partner that had a same-sex affair, or if you're hetero, if you're in a same-sex relationship, somebody had an affair, and you're fighting over property or something damaged. Something's damaged here. Step parent, maybe you damaged your relationship, or they're trying to damage your relationship with your kids. There's twisted logic here. So somebody did something on purpose, but it was twisted logic, thinking they would get a good outcome. Yeah, they're only here to get theirs. They were doing magic. I'm telling you, they were doing magic. Smear campaign and devalue, or they claimed you were doing it. They're comparing in competition with you. They wanted to shame you. You can't shame somebody that hasn't done anything wrong. Do you understand? This is not your shame, by the way, because sometimes I've been there, where I've been in a relationship and they shame you. They make you feel ashamed, but they're the ones that are in the wrong. Don't take on this person's shame. Leave it at their feet where it belongs, okay? Their shame, blame, and pain, give it right back to them. Somebody was jealous. They're in their south node. There's a lot of secrets here. A secret obsession, maybe. Something to do with transfer of fluids, money, and or a job. They want you to forgive them. Yeah. Because they know you love them. But they're threatening and using force against you. Or I don't know. You're a very loving person. They say you're not. That you're threatening and you're forceful. This is discard. You might be dealing with somebody with narcissistic tendencies. They're stalking you. Somebody's superficial. You could be a tarot reader. They could be a tarot reader, or you or them, or you're definitely here, but they might be going to tarot readers to find out what's going on or what's going to happen. See them in the courthouse here, something to do with life insurance. Maybe you both have policies on one another because you were in a relationship, marriage, whatever. That's typical, you know. But now you want their name off. If you want to end these policies, I don't blame you. Okay, because if this person's dirty, next thing you know, they're coming after you, trying to take you out for this money. Now, you're going through a divorce or a separation of any kind, and there is life insurance there, this is my reminder. Get rid of it. And let them know it's gone. It's null and void, so they can't, play games behind the scenes. So we have honesty, 26 in the upright legal, unspoken desires, and same smacks. Maybe somebody wants to get into a same-sex relationship with you and you don't go that way. And they're doing this spell work against you. Or maybe you wound up in a same-sex relationship because of spell work. And that's maybe not the way you go. Maybe you're bi, maybe you're not. I don't know. Maybe you're hetero, maybe you're not. I don't know. Yeah, temperance. Something's unbalanced. There will be no reconciling here. Somebody was out of control. No peace, harmony, or contentment. So there could be addictions going on here. Commingling of the waters, I just heard. Whatever that means. What's the message for the spirit? There's an apology. Something to do with a child. You're innocent. Somebody has a crush on you. And it could be somebody with the same sex that's got a crush on you. Somebody's jealous. Somebody's promiscuous. They're doing magic on you. They're very hateful and spiteful and bitter. And this happiness hater. Always using their sexual charms to get their way, or they're very superficial. It's all about looks. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody you can't trust, obviously. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. Somebody's very jealous of you. Abusive, out of control. Yeah, somebody's in their feels. Maybe you or somebody else. They want to open up emotionally. I don't know who this is, male or female. But somebody was, this is the overarching energy, by the way. Somebody who's very manipulative emotionally. Unavailable, immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They could be drinking or partaking of other things. Maybe not in control of their emotions. This could be you or someone else, okay? They were really malicious, ruthless, and careless, and cruel. Don't want to be a father, not a good father. Doesn't have to be, could be a female. So somebody's contemplating, strategizing, needing to put something to rest. This could be you or someone else. You're at peace. You're healing. You're taking a pause to think about things. I hear you're getting ready. Somebody's getting ready, gearing up. Yeah, there will be no reconciling. Somebody's healing from partying too much. Oh boy, there's a lot of gossip going on right now. You're not partaking in it. You're not giving into it. Something to do with a marriage, a home, stability, a gathering. It could be work. Your friends aren't your friends. This isn't a friend. They want to get you into bed. I don't know what this is. 3 cups in reverse. A lot of gossip. It's bringing somebody to their knees. Somebody's really defensive, paranoid. You overcame, persevered, and you put up boundaries against these people. There will be no reconciling. You're at peace. You found your peace finally, or this is where you want to stay. Somebody's really defensive here. They want to defend themselves. They want you to be triggered. They want you, based off of their slander and lies, they want you to defend yourself to make you look guilty. Does that make sense? You know how when the more you try to defend yourself, the more you sink into a hole. There might be getting some energy out of you this way. Some sort of blockage. They want you back in your self node. It is what it is. Or somebody's trying to block your wish fulfillment. They don't want you to be seen as wish fulfillment. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. They don't want you healing. This is somebody's involved in some sort of corruption. It could be a bad father, baby father. It could be male or female, though. It's very distorted. Somebody's in their ego, very arrogant, and they think they're righteous, I just heard. Very prideful, conceited. They bend to public pressure. They have an image to uphold here. This could be somebody that had authority and lost it or abused it. This could be corruption. They bent to public pressure. Now they don't know what to do. They're losing it emotionally. Yeah, they got paid, or they were paying other people to do stuff against you or to hide things. There's a lot of hands here. Yeah, they got bribed, tempted. They're bribing and tempting a lot of people as a cover-up of some sort. Hopeful, wishful thinking, a lot of confusion. Maybe somebody had multiple options. They were giving and receiving and prioritizing other people. They could have made a lot of promises to a lot of people, and they can't produce. They cannot deliver. Okay, somebody's very delusional, maybe. Maybe somebody is looking at their options right now. They got to meet that, maybe wanting to balance something out with you, or you're remaining in balance here. And they're looking at their options. What's going on? We have the Emperor in reverse, male or female. Okay, out of control. I just heard. 6 of Pentacles in the upright, 7 of Cups in the upright. A rose is still a rose if by any other name. I got that last week too. So they tried to change who you were, change who, people's perception of you, but you're still a rose. You're still coming out smelling nice, beautiful. Yep, standing in your power, you go your own way. Congratulations, male or female, okay? You're unafraid. You're very confident. You're bold. You're creating something new, a new life maybe. People look up to you and they can't stand that. You have authority. Your crown chakra is lit. You get your downloads right from source. You're creating something. You're a leader. You're attracting. You're attractive. You're charming. And they're trying to stop you. They can't go any further. Somebody can't go any further. There's been no change. They can't make you change. Somebody's in hot water. They can't get out of this hot water here. It's a bad investment. They didn't want anybody to invest in you, or this is something to do with a large amount of money that they misappropriated. They can't harvest from you. That basket's going to remain empty. It's in reverse for a reason. Somebody's not elevated. They didn't want you to ascend or elevate in life. But this is the end of the road. They can't go any further. They lost a lot of money. You get what you give. They don't have proof or evidence to back up their lies, maybe, in a court of law. If they were slandering you, now they're worried. They can't produce what they said they'd produce. They're worried. They can't eat or sleep. They're really burdened here. They're being haunted by what they've done or said. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks, or they thought you were naive or gullible, or everybody else in the picture. They're too afraid to take some sort of action now. They look guilty as F. I don't know. Somebody on the other side, or this could be spirit haunting them. You're too wise for them, I just heard. And now they're realizing, damn, you've known all this time. Oh, there you go. They really thought you were stupid. Or they really thought, oh, yeah, there's not going to be a reconciliation. Something's unbalanced, unfair. Somebody was very impatient. They didn't want to take the time to heal or balance things out with you. Out of control. Somebody could be sick or unstable, or they said you were sick and unstable. Addictions here. Okay, there's addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. Somebody has no peace, harmony, or contentment. They can't balance this out. With this group, with your family, with this community. It's a 10. 10s they indicate completions. Somebody wanted to be happy here. They were happy. Maybe you did party your face off at one point in your life when you were younger. I know I did. Didn't mean I'm an alcoholic or a drug addict or immature. Didn't mean anything, but they wanted you to come off that way. Immature, stupid, unable to handle life. Maybe that's what they said about your your family or a group of people here. They were quite happy to make you look that way. Truth and clarity. So Spirit saying that's the truth. They're talking a lot. You're too intelligent for them. Now this group, family, and or community is finding out the truth about you. There was a lot of promises made. People were dreaming about the future that they're never going to have. Spirit's all over this with the white dove, okay? Abondwa. This card says Abondwa here, okay? It's about your rights. Straightening things out the right way. Truth. The truth is here. So the truth is known. It just hasn't been spoken yet. Nobody spoke to you yet, I heard. Ooh. New beginnings, a breakthrough. You took a different approach. There's communication coming through. Ooh, you're speaking the truth all along. Tower. This is going to blow somebody's mind here. The truth. The crown's getting blown. See, the lid's getting blown wide off of this, whatever this is. Somebody's getting tossed out of whatever this is, a home, family, business, or court even. The crown's getting tossed out. And here in Canada, our DA, our prosecutors are known as the crown. Or when you go to court, if it's civil or anything like that, it says the crown against so-and-so, right? Something's explosive here. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to be a shock. But it's meant to redirect you and others. They didn't see this one coming. They can't stop here. Something's happening suddenly. No contingency plans. So someone's going to have to talk. They're going to be on the spot here. Explain yourselves, I heard. Explain yourselves. Wow. Yep, the worst has happened. 10 of Swords. Somebody got injured or they wanted to injure you or take you out. So it's happening quickly. So this is a backfire I just heard. Damn. Explosive. I hope not. This is mental. Somebody might be having a mental breakdown because the swords here, this is all mental. It's not even touching this person. They may want forgiveness from you or whomever, the courts. They want the court's indulgence, I heard. They want to pull these swords out of your back. Whether it's the courts, people in the courts room setting that did this to you, or other people, a family or a group, or somebody you have a family with. They want to take these swords out. Somebody has to go into recovery, possibly. They have to recover something, their dignity, I just heard. Wow. They have to recover some monies. Yeah, they're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. There was a lot of gaslighting, mind games, and power plays here. You took the high road and you walked away with your head held high. You did not engage. That is the way to do it, okay? Vengeance is his, saith the Lord. Let him do his work. It might not be as quickly, speedily as you want it. We all want things instantly, but God doesn't work that way. He works on his own time. You can't rush him either, okay? But these people are fighting. They don't want this conflict. They want to let this go. They don't want to be held liable, I just heard. Damn. They were poking the bear, trying to make you look unstable. Okay? This is reactive abuse. They put you through a lot of abuse. They don't want you taking action, or they don't want the courts taking action. Yeah, this is embarrassing and disgraceful. 5-5. It's going to be sudden change. This is profound change. Okay? This is embarrassing and disgraceful. It was all because somebody held a grudge against you. Maybe because you hurt their pride or their ego. They can't handle that. Well, they're getting an ego check here. Okay? And or you let them go so easily. Let go. And made them look like a fool. But they didn't love you. They showed you no love. You had no emotion for them. They mistreat you. You're not going to get... This isn't love. You knew it. Or they were doing love spells. It didn't work on you. It's back on them. Okay, it's embarrassing and disgraceful. Somebody's acting disgracefully. We got to let this go. This whole group, a whole bunch of people involved. Getting let go. Oh my gosh. Again, I'm smelling nicotine. What the fuck is this? I haven't smoked in a long time. It's a collaboration, some sort of contract, a third-party situation. You've mastered something. They got to let this go. A contract, a third party, some sort of collaboration. They want help now, or helps at hand. Something to do with creations. They were planning and or building off of something that was rightfully yours. Should have been yours. You could have gotten a small portion of something, or they want to give you a small portion of something, and they keep double for themselves here. I don't know. Somebody's forging something. They're trying to build something off of you, off your energy, off of money, your money that's owed to you. It could even be between, I don't know what this is. Maybe it had anything to do with rent. You're breaking up with somebody, and who's going to pay? I don't know. You had to pay something into the courts so the courts could hold on to some sort of money until something was worked out. Picking up, that could be something too. If it has something to do, I don't know. The only thing I could think of was rent, but it could be anything else. It could be child support. It could be anything until something could be verified or something. The courts were supposed to hold on to some money, but they released it. Yeah, they released it. Somebody stole it. Missed opportunity. They didn't pay up in time. Somebody's unstable here. Yep, going towards lack and loss and poverty. Or they paid themselves, and this is your money, and they allowed you to go towards lack and loss, and nobody wanted to talk to you. Left you out in the cold, dangling. What I tell you, out in the cold, dangling. This is consciousness, okay? You knew all along. This is illumination. Somebody's going to be arrested, maybe if they go to court. Somebody's tied to various things. Leaking money, leaking your money. It could be a lawyer. Why am I picking this for some of you? I mean, maybe for one. There could have been a lawyer you had hired, and they wasted your money, and they're wasting your money, and they're not showing where the money's going, and they're not doing anything for you. You're losing a case, or you're not getting anywhere in whatever this is, whether it's family law, civil, or criminal. That's just for one or two. Yeah. Speaking some truth. Somebody's got to speak some truth. This is law and order. You got to get a new lawyer. Somebody's going to be arrested, letting go. Somebody has to surrender something, or they have to surrender themselves to the court or to the police station. It's illumination. You overcame. This could be you or someone else, male or female. You're speaking your truth. You set boundaries, you cut them out, or somebody's setting some sort of boundaries and conditions. Spirit's all over this, okay? You're protected with that cat. There's blue here, so you're speaking truth. Somebody's speaking truth. Also purple, your spiritual royalty. Like I said, your crown chakra is lit. You're very wise. You have a direct connection with Source. You're being guided by the divine. You have a soul team, like you have spirit guiding you, angels, ancestors, but also the divine. You speak right to he speaks right to you. See that sword? The truth and nothing but. Third eye is lit as well. Yeah, you're not worried at all. They can't bind you. They can't attach any false narratives onto you any longer. You're not wasting time worrying about this. They can't keep you stuck in your head. You removed all obstacles by speaking your truth. They can't restrict you. You're free because you know your value and your worth. Somebody maybe released some sort of monies to other people other than you that was yours. They took advantage of a loophole or the situation or of you. They were very ungrateful and disrespectful. Yeah, look at this. They think they still have an opportunity to end you, end this. This is over. You're the Phoenix Rising. They got paid. It could be an unalive of a younger person. Ending a cycle to begin a new one here. Okay, this is overcoming. Something's ending, coming to a close. Damn. You psychically knew they were trying to end you, or they said you were gone. There's a lot of secrets here. Could have went to practitioners to try to end you. They were warned not to do this. Yeah, now they're going through a dark night of the soul. An ego death. Dark night of the soul. They could be getting some bad news here, okay? Because this is backfires. Oof. This was a crime. This was abuse. This was recklessness, and they endangered everybody in their area, in their energy. They tried to endanger you. But anybody in these people's energies, because of the backfire, might be a casualty of WAR. And they're scared. People are scared. They lost control. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. This is humbling to somebody. They're scared you're going to be seen as innocent and get your flowers. Oh, wow. Too bad. So we got, yeah, look at this. 7 of Swords. They got caught. They have to come clean. They're scared to speak the truth. Too bad. You're going to have to, okay? You're not getting away with this, whoever this is, if they're listening. They put a lot of burdens on your back and other people's backs. Right? People are watching them. Make the fool of themselves, trying to still carry around these burdens. Carrying on still, as if, if somebody lied about you, they're still insisting that the lies are true. Meanwhile, everybody knows the truth. They lied. You're innocent. Something to do with family. They want to reconcile with you. They've got a lot of stress here. They've got to get back towards you. Worried about their kid. Yeah, somebody was a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Male or female, don't know their value or their worth. They didn't want anybody to see your value. That's just too bad. They wanted people to treat you like you were worthless. That's going to stop. This is a gold digger and a cloud chaser, very materialistic, greedy, and selfish, and lazy. Jealous of you. And they're afraid that everybody's going to find out. They're going towards financial instability. They put you through a lot of instability financially, okay? They played a lot of games with you. Because they were greedy and selfish and jealous. Lazy. Seven of Wands. They made up allegations and accusations that were unfounded. Somebody here did not protect or defend you. If it's a lawyer, if it's the courts, if it's an authority figure, they did not. They didn't protect you, your honor, or your interests. They were attacking you verbally, spiritually. Yeah, they can't block this anymore, okay? They definitely feel unstable. They feel overwhelmed and defeated. You're not fighting. You're not competing with them. So because you're not fighting, they were poking the bear, trying to get reactive abuse out of you. They can't make you look unstable. It's the end of the line here. Because they were trying to steal this inheritance, a large amount of money, insurance, whatever this is. Rats are in this treasure chest, right? They were pillaging or planning to pillage. This is family discord. They're going to be losing everything, okay? No more long-term anything for this person. Going to courts. This is a marriage. Using the courts to weaponizing the courts against you. This could be about a marriage. This could be an institution. This could be a belief system. This could be a judge, lawyer, and or leader of some sort. Or the divine stepped into the house. You know what I'm saying? You could be spiritually high-ranking. Obviously, you are. They wanted to steal your spiritual inheritance. It could be an inheritance, spiritual or otherwise. Remember, spiritual inheritance, it doesn't have to be money. Some people think it's all about money. Get your head out of the gutter, okay? It's all about smacks. It's all about money. It's all about their ego, about showing it off. You know what I mean? Look what I got. Look what I see people like that online. It's disgusting. The minute they get a little bit of money, oh, they got to show it off. You're just putting a big target on your back. Because once that money's gone, what do you got? What do you got left, huh? A winning personality? You gonna hold a conversation? I don't think so. You know, take that money, go back to school, if anything. Learn something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go to court and deal with this money or this institution. It could be an insurance brokerage. Ooh, somebody forged your signature. They were holding back. They were greedy and selfish. If you're on a platform, they could be stealing your ideas, your work, your achievements. Trying to impersonate you here. They could be very aggressive. Be careful. They feel entitled here, okay? They're combative. They're argumentative. They're in your face. They think their shit don't stink. Oh, boy. They kept doing this over and over again. They didn't want to learn a lesson or stop. This is a wicked clapback. This is unfinished business. They have to return something, or something's coming back onto them. This is a backfire. They could have lost a child or children. Somebody's having an emotional outburst. They're not sorry for the black magic. I was going to say the spell right, but that came out. They're not sorry at all. They're having an emotional outburst. They're feeling emotionally distant from everybody now because people are stepping back. You know what I'm saying? The world is upside down. Truth. Truth and clarity. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They've been exposed. This is illumination. The planets are now getting into it. They're lining up here. Somebody bore false witness. This is bad financial news. Somebody didn't do their due diligence. They didn't look into something, didn't follow up with something. They are in heavy-duty debt. They wanted you in debt. They took a huge gamble and they lost. This person doesn't want to learn their lessons. Yeah, it's a thick head. Hard-headed. This could be divination abuse as well. They're out of money. They didn't pay you. They don't want to pay you. Yeah, they got... Could be two younger persons. Doesn't have to be. Could be the loss of children, whether it's through the courts or any other way. I don't know what this is, but I don't want to go there. This is bad news. There's been no communication. Somebody maybe tried to put you into debt. They could have said that you co-signed for them, and or this could be fraud of some sort, and they're not paying up. They can't pay up. It's bad news, okay? They're trying to block some sort of messaging from getting to you from creditors possibly, but your ancestors are working on this. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hid hands. They felt entitled. This is a drama starter. They're getting their hands burnt. They don't want you to take action, or they didn't take any action. Or they lied and said you had an STD somehow, some way. They bore false witness. They perjured themselves. Okay. You lie in a court of law. You lie on official papers. It's fraud, no matter how you look at it, okay? If they slandered your name all over town, it could be a civil lawsuit. And this is heartless and cruel. They showed you no love or compassion. They're just draining you, draining the coffers. They didn't want you to be loved. They didn't want you to be happy. They didn't want you having peace. They were doing stuff during the moon cycles. They could have been trying to scry, too. They want to know. They're nosy. They want to know what you're doing. Not out of love. Not out of concern, either. They just don't want you to be loved. So, yeah, it is on the down low. This is exposed. Public humiliation. They're hiding from the public that they were doing magic. They were shit-talking. This was unwise counsel. They said they were whoring around and they claimed you were. Okay? Maybe they were, I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they're saying that you're sleeping with this, that, and the other. Doesn't matter what gender. Just to try to paint you in a different light. But the secrets are not coming out. This could be a dark high priest, or a dark high priest is also doing magic against you. Magic against you. Look at this. Magician in reverse. A lot of lies, illusions, deception, and manipulation. Somebody's corrupt. They were wearing a mask. They're out of control. They don't have all the resources they need. Somebody didn't take action when they should have because you're innocent. They're doing this against your child or children, and they had a crush on you, trying to change your preference. That don't work. Backfire. Keep hearing backfires. They don't have the authority. Move it over. Moving over. Okay. Moving on. You overcame. This is conscious awareness. It's radical acceptance. See these sphinxes? Usually they're sitting down. You're moving. You're going places. You're in control of your life. Could be moving or traveling. This could be also the authorities coming through. You're still moving forward. This is bringing back balance. This is radical acceptance. Somebody needs to take accountability and bring back balance to a situation. It is what it is. It's universally driven. This is victory. Could be the police coming through. Authority figures. They tried to do magic on authority figures. You guys are boneheads. Whoever did this. Not you guys, but you know what I'm saying. The people that were doing this. Or this is Archangel Michael. That's swords in the air. This is a fall from grace. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and show off. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody's going to get demoted, lose their position, terminated. Somebody's partying a lot. It could be somebody who's partying, drinking, doing other things. They got pulled over, maybe. Yeah. Law and order. This could be male or female. Place it where it belongs. Someone's speaking the truth. Somebody's very, very intelligent, wise. Somebody with authority. Okay? Coming right in. They don't mess around. Somebody's high up there. Could be Archangel Michael. That blessed angel. Yeah. The truth is said, spoken. The sword's been unsheathed. Bomb. This reminds me of missiles, right? So something's exploding here. There's a lot of missiles here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Somebody's having an emotional outburst. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're feeling you're rejected or abandoned here. They're immature, insincere, and childish. Yeah, you have to take accountability. This is a long time coming. This is your rite of passage, your birthright. You're dependable, reliable. They're trying to say you're not. This is, somebody's emotions are all over the place. Somebody's getting read the riot act, and they're crying, blatting and bawling and snotting here. Maybe they get away with that in the past in their life. You know, the minute the tears start flowing, people stop. Now this time, this person's speaking the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You're going to take accountability. You've been proven to be reliable and dependable, mature and responsible. You're not lazy. This is your rite of passage. You made it through all of this. Because the only knight out of the 4 knights in the deck that makes it to the end is the Knight of Pentacles. They were trying to slow you down. They're trying to slow something down. Yeah, this was an injustice. They need to take accountability for the injustice they committed against you. The unfairness, the imbalance they committed or created. Could be criminal, could be just moral, you know. Yeah, something in the past. They have to take accountability. You're innocent. You're getting your flowers here. Somebody wants to reconcile. They're dragging their feet about something. It could be your children, your siblings, your cousins. Going down memory lane, having good memories here. You're a mother. You could be a mother or somebody's mother. This is divine feminine energy here. You're very creative. You're down to earth. You're loving. You're nurturing. Male or female. You wanted your destiny. They're trying to slow you down. They're getting what they put out here. I heard history's repeating itself. So somebody could be pregnant in this situation as well. You set a good standard. See, you set good examples here. You could be a creator of some sort. Everybody's got good memories of you. So all this shit talking about you, it's not registering. It's not making any sense. You could have been the matriarch or patriarch. You could be a male or female, doesn't matter. But in the family, you were the one that everybody has good stories about, good memories with. You made sure to make good memories with the people in your family or in this group. They have nothing to say. Although they were saying, maybe they're getting paid to say something about you. I don't know. It's unfair, whatever this is. Yeah. Fast communication, fast action, and or travel. Something's happening quickly. Could be 8 people involved. Sheep is acting as they were sheep here, following the herd. Sheep just follow the herd. They don't think, okay? That's why you have to have sheepdogs to herd them. Yeah. It's unfair. Yeah, the truth is out. So as people are talking, the truth is out. Moon in reverse. They can't hide this any longer. They know you're quite aware of what was happening. You might be talking about it, but something's picking up speed here. Yeah, this was an injustice for sure. This was unbalanced, unfair. It is what it is. The truth is out. They can't hide this crime against you or this unfairness. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This was a scam. Somebody was a love bomber. They sent a love bomber towards you. This was a scam. They were doing spell work. They were wearing a mask, very insincere. They didn't want you having friends. They took your friends away. They took your love away. Whatever this is, they never supported you. They didn't want to support you. Or they're no longer supporting this Queen of Cups, or they claimed you were this Queen of Cups in reverse, superficial, shallow, and selfish, unworthy, disloyal, or this is the person that was behind it. Superficial, shallow, and selfish. They want what they want when they want it. Very emotionally unstable, but they use emotions to get their way, to make you feel guilty, to manipulate you, to blackmail you. They're needy and they're greedy. They use their tears. They use their anger. Yep, they're stuck here. Sudden departure, sudden arrival. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plans, okay? They're under divine judgment. This is awareness. They need to take accountability, or they want a second chance with you. This is a wake-up call, a spiritual awakening. Yeah, it's all one-sided. False contract is falling apart. There's no peace, harmony, or contentment here. If it's a false contract, it was all one-sided, stacked against you, done behind your back. Someone's feeling very haunted here. Could be an unalive that was caused by their shenanigans, and they're being haunted by it. They're stuck in a karmic loop here. They wanted you stuck in a karmic loop. I just heard wet brain. So somebody has addictions for sure. And they're imagining things right now. Or this was all part of their imagination. Or they're not thinking straight. They didn't use their higher wisdom here, okay? And they're reaping the consequences to their poor decisions. Very karmic. This is a lesson. They're going to have to learn their lesson, take accountability. There's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, greedy, and selfish. Male or female. Get rich quick schemes. A bully. They have an image to uphold. Very corrupt. Always looking for an angle. What's in it for me? That's what I heard. What's in it for me? A spendthrift. They have to walk away here. No, not emotionally invested here. They're going to have to walk away from something because they're being investigated. They don't want anybody to know. Or they were jealous of you. They wanted payback because you walked away from them. And this is somebody that can't be by themselves at all. You discovered they were a snake. They don't want to be discovered as a snake. That's just too bad. They are a snake. Yep, Nine of Pentacles, wanting a life of luxury off your back. Or they really wanted to make you look unstable, but you're not a snake here. They can't make you look a certain way. This is a financial crime. Somebody's unstable. A business is not doing so well. Somebody's not chaste or celibate, that's for sure. They can't mind their business either. Somebody's unstable and insecure, very greedy and selfish, codependent and clingy. They were plotting and planning against you, but you foresaw this. You knew what was going on. You're prepared to preparing. You're moving forward here. They really wanted to make you look unstable. This is financial difficulties as well. They have to release this. They released some monies that didn't belong to them. They can't hold on to this. They have no protection. Somebody's unstable and insecure. Unstable and insecure. This is not, they didn't work for this, or they didn't do their work. They can't prove that they did their work. If it's that's the lawyer, you're going to have to release this lawyer. Somebody has no discipline. They can't master their emotions. They're going to lose their job. Yeah, people are seeing right through them. That's why. They're trying to hurt your job, trying to affect your job. Listen, the slander, the attacking, the whatever. Yeah, did I stutter? Yeah, people see through it. You saw through it. You peeped their game. Other people are seeing through it. They're all trying to distance themselves. They don't want to lose their job. It didn't work. Look at this person's looking real haggard here. Making a head over heart decision. You're still in alignment. I almost said abundance. You still have abundant. You're still abundant. That they missed that boat here. Somebody missed the boat. They're trying to manage something. Trying to balance something. Somebody was playing games, juggling you or money. They're looking real haggard. It almost looks like they're borrowing somebody else's clothes. This clothes doesn't match this person. They're sweating. Their hair is straggly. This could be same sex. They wanted to get into a same sex situation here. Someone was juggling. Seeing the truth here. The storm's coming to stay, I heard. Wow. Okay. Making a head of heart decision, weighing options. The lesser of the two evils. They're heartbroken. They can't make you go that way. They're losing their position. This is not wish fulfillment. Somebody was really smug, full of themselves, know-it-all, and show off. They're going to get demoted or lose their position here. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment or to be seen as wish fulfillment. This person was putting on an act, maybe partying too much. They claimed you were, or they wanted you to be seen this way. Somebody's burning the candle at both ends, whatever this is. They had different circles or different partners all over the place, okay, if you can see. 3 here, 3 here, 2 here. There's a cup there. There's a rat there in the background. Somebody higher up in the background that was getting a piece of this or something. I don't know. Yeah, they're plotting and planning here. You foresaw this. Your ships are coming in. You're prepared or preparing. Or somebody must prepare for something. You saw far ahead of this. You were on top of it. Congratulations. You're not looking back. You're moving forward. They were plotting and planning. They were lying. They were spreading rumor, gossip, and slander about you. They were stalking you, harassing you. They were jealous of you and petty and cruel. They abused you. Now this is news they don't want to hear or somebody else doesn't want to hear. They're fighting. People are mad at them. Yep, seeing the truth. They were petty and cruel. You saw the truth. They're now seeing that you saw the truth. You were speaking the truth all along. They want you to unblock them now. They're angry. I don't know. This is it. You're not in denial. You're not mentally conflicted. You are easy. You let this person go. Easy. Or other people are letting this person go. They see it for what it is. There's no more stalemate. Yeah. 2-2. If this brings the bell. There's lack of trust. They're on their own here. Okay. Lack of trust. Don't go that way. Or this is not what you want. Yeah. This is fated. Somebody wanted your destiny here. There's a gold digger and cloud chaser. Who's going to try to bend what your preferences are to try to get into your energy, to try to get what's yours, or try to defraud you? But this is change. You're on top of this wheel here. This is a warlock. This is a poser, a player, somebody that didn't take the noble approach. Certainly didn't protect or defend you. This is somebody that has no morals, ethics, or honor. This is a coward, a follower, not a leader. There's a huge ego, male or female. If it's a warlock, it's a male. Playing with, yeah, they got an STD, or they got their hands burnt. They bit off more than they can chew. They are angry here. There's no new beginnings here. You don't have any passion towards them. Oh, this is somebody stuck in there. They're really high on themselves, thinking they can get you to bed or get you chasing them. Yeah, you're not interested. Bye. They wanted to give you an STD. So this could be the old story where this is the love bomber they sent towards you to infect you. Or they want to put the blame on you that they have an STD from you and you don't have one. Yeah, somebody we're in marriage to or in a relationship with, or you're still stable. Or they were married. I don't know, something to do with your family. They were celebrating this. They want to reconcile. Man, this is a homosexual looking for a place to stay, or something to do with a rent or mortgage, a home, property, or family. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I just heard that loud and clear. Somebody could have had a same-sex fling, then they were married, and this could have been your ex or so, that love bomber they sent towards you and you weren't interested, and they're trying to make it look like they got their STD from you instead of the same sex. That for some reason they don't want the world to know or their partner to know. They're going to lose their home, their stability, their business, whatever this is, or their family. Yeah, whatever. Deal with it, okay? Stop hurting other people and slandering other people because you can't speak your truth. You can't live your truth. You know, that's not anybody's problem. So honesty is the best policy here, okay? You have to be brave. enough to speak your truth. They were doing lighting candles here, trying to affect your root chakra. Somebody's gone too crazy here, sexually maybe. You're still stable and secure. You're very strong, resilient. They're setting you lust and love spells. Come to me spells as a third party. They had a third party. You use your higher wisdom and discernment. You walked away here, elevated and ascended. This has something to do with a decision and or a contract, whether in the ethers or in the 3D or both. They want to, I don't know, butter you up for something. Somebody's really salty and bitter because it's not working. They're angry and they're petty. They're facing legalities, or you're going to see them in court. Or they are court officials, or they were doing this to court officials, lawyers, court paperwork. They had unspoken desires. Yeah, it's all money-based here. Who can give me the most? Unexpressed inner desire, often hidden needs or emotions. This is somebody that's very needy. They need to be in a relationship at all times. They need to have the next person lined up before they're done with the first. You don't understand. You understand what I'm saying. It kind of sounds like narcissistic ploys. I'm not saying they are. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. There's unspoken tensions here. There's a struggle, love, or there's a struggle here. Push and pull. Tensions lurk beneath the surface. Somebody had an affair, and they're kind of trying to blame you. I don't know, something to do with an affair and same sex. Somehow you fit in there. Maybe you are in a same sex relationship. That's fine. It's between you and your partner, and they're sleeping around. I don't know. Or maybe people, if you're dealing with family in a court of law or an ex, and they're looking down their noses at you. Place it where it belongs. I'm sorry you're going through this. What happens between closed doors and between consenting adults is nobody else's business. That's how I look at it. If it's a bad thing, it's between you and God. Who's to say it's bad or not? I don't know. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's not that I don't care. I just leave people alone. Let people be. Let them love whom they love. As long as it's consenting adults, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're safe. I don't care. Go for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is love. Love is love. Unconditional, compassionate, genuine, and love. It's union. Somebody's in a union or going towards a union, or they got lied to. Yeah, this is not wish fulfillment. I'm sorry. It was all based on what? It could be the love bomber they sent towards you. These love spells at one point maybe worked, but now it's not working. This person's not a sweetheart. They're trying to make it look like they're a sweetheart. Yeah, something to do with a pregnancy that's not taking. They're going to jail. They're stuck. Maybe they got lied to, get into a relationship, and it's not their child, or there was no pregnancy. Somebody's stuck. They could be going to jail or something like that. They've lost their position. Yeah, they compromised their position at work, lost their position at work. Something to do with a family, a group, or a collective of people. Okay, they're stuck here. Somebody's stuck. There's attachments, there's bindings. They're attached to their lies here. They're stuck. Because you won't be risky in bed. So they can't pin something on you. They can't make you look a certain way, make these false narratives about you appear real. Somebody was wearing a mask. Pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. Ooh, too many, Spirit. Too many. Okay. Something to do with adrenaline. Somebody gets high on hurting other people. Roller coaster ride, ups and downs, good and bad, rush of feelings. They can't attach this on you. Okay, you're not disturbed mentally, emotionally in any way, spiritually. You have no attachments. They could have said you were demonic or something. It's them. Okay, I keep hearing backfire. They have no evidence of this. They cannot pin this on you. They were bullying you. Okay, or maybe they didn't think that you had evidence of their bullying. You sure do. Somebody's stuck in their pride here. Okay, they wanted to gain off of you. They wanted to take your blessings from you because they don't have the blessings of the divine. This is not their original blessings. This is yours. They're trying to say you're obsessed. You're not obsessed. Okay? Dismiss. It could be dismissed in a court of law. Maybe this is false. Accusations. Disregard, ignore, look the other way and leaving behind. Their strategy's not working. You don't want revenge because vengeance is his. You could say that you're attacking them, you're bothering them. You're doing nothing. They're bottom. Yeah, you're not blind to this, or other people are not blind to this anymore. Okay? They can't blind your third eye. Oh, wow. Because they want revenge. They can't take revenge on you because you see it coming a mile away. Daydreams are, that's what it is, all fantasy. They can't pull this off. Okay? Something that was forbidden. It's forbidden here. Love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. You're not giving into that. Okay? Bull crap. Fired up. They're trying to light your passions here, fuming with rage now, overwhelming explosion of emotions and very angry because they can't surprise you. They can't show up on you. The mask is off. Okay? You don't have good memories with this person because they were stealing from you. No hesitation. Okay? If they call, show up on you, yeah, you want nothing to do with them. Call the cops if you have to. This is a theft. They were stealing from you either money, energy, opportunity, whatever this is. A good name because they wanted to pin this STD on you or a demonic entity on you. Give your head a shake, whoever this is. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked so far. Thus far, it has not worked. Oh, I'm seeing a court setting. You don't want that one. Okay, sorry, Spirit. Which one do you want? Okay, thank you. I'm seeing a court setting. Whether it's taken place in the past or it's happening now or it will. There's a court setting here, and I just saw a judge not happy. Not happy at all. Disgusted. Wow. I don't know what they've done totally. This is like underhanded shit. How are we ending this for the collective, please, Spirit? What is the parting message? No, they said put it back in. I won't even look. I won't even look. Curiosity kills the cat, right? So where are we going with this? How are we ending this for the collective, please? There we go, 9. Hiding and cloaking. They're going to claim they weren't aware. They don't want to be investigated. So this is somebody that cannot be on their own. So Hermit reverse. I didn't know. Somebody didn't look into it when they should have. I don't know. Somebody was in their ego wanting power and domination over you, but you're too strong. Now they scared. 8 in reverse. Now they scared. 26 in reverse. They have no integrity, loyalty, or honesty. They lost control of a situation. They can't regain it. They lost power, whatever this is. They're not as sugary sweet as they like to appear. 8-8. 9-8-8. 20. Divine judgment here. A judgment's been rendered. It's awareness. Somebody has to take accountability. So you're minding your own business. I'm really picking up. You're very fruitful. Something fruitful is coming towards you. It could be a baby, something new that you're birthing, and or abundance is coming near you. It's right there. It's a big fucking rabbit too. That's a lot of abundance coming towards you. 9. Maybe you're German. I don't know. Happy place. Your happy place might be a physical place, or it might simply be a happy state of mind. It might include your loved ones, your favorite pastimes, your dear animal friends. What are the elements that come together to fill your heart with happiness? This card is a sign that it's time to visit that happy place. Keep yourself there, okay? You need to cast off your worries for a while and trust that the universe is taking care of you. You can safely relax and replenish your emotional well-being. In the reverse, everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to be. So you might as well rest and play. So just catch your breath right now. The divine is doing his work. He's doing his thing. Okay? Congratulations. Motivation. Things were going along so well. What happened? Whether it's from weariness, boredom, or indifference, somehow the situation has become bogged down and no progress is being made, or so you thought, right? Consider how you can get things moving again. What would motivate your co-workers, your family members, or collaborators to participate wholeheartedly again? What incentive can give yourself to move toward the finish line with more enthusiasm? There's no point in flogging a dying enterprise, but this one may just need an encouraging little touch of the whip. So somebody's cracking the whip here. Remind yourself why you got involved in the first place. So people that I think are dropping off, they're not wanting to invest in this or engage in this any longer because of the backfires. They're now realizing, because if they're under spell work, if they were doing spell work on these conspirators, the spell work eventually wears off. The efficacy is no longer. It gets tiring to keep having to do this on everybody, right? So these people are seeing the truth. It's like, yeah, I don't want part of this. This is stupid. And somebody's trying to crack the whip here. People have lost interest. It's losing its shine, let's say. Acceleration in reverse. Full speed ahead. Throw caution to the winds and move as quickly as you can now. Make decisions, embrace change. Trust your own judgment and the judgment of your allies. Whatever you've been procrastinating about is running out of time if you want to do it well. Any more delay will only diminish the outcome. Timing is everything, and the timing is right. It's in reverse. Someone may try to trip you up. Call ahead to clear the path. So somebody wants to trip you up. So they're trying to call ahead. They want to meet you. They want to talk to you. I think you got this. Okay? I think you got this. You know it. You know what they're up to. You don't need this crap. Or this is other people here. They're trying to crack the whip with the other people. If they're listening, you might want to avoid those phone calls or them at the door. Pretend you're not home. Do what you must. Don't go to the same place they hang out at. Angels, how are we ending this for the collective, please? All's well that ends well. Something's being bookended, if that rings a bell with you. They wanted you gone, or they claimed you were gone, or this is the end of their ego, or them, or their plots. 72, there's an investigation, finding out. That's the Hermit. God, the end of the universe, time is up, or somebody's time is up. They could be a bad backfire, and this is where they're going, okay? They have addictions, they were playing with magic, they didn't want to stop and heed. They've been cautioned, and they thought they were bigger and badder. It's not happening. Time is up here. This is God, the end of the universe. Endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. So they were trying to influence your health, but you're here for a while. Two of Swords, they've been blocked. You're at peace. They don't see what's coming here. They've been denied. Aniel, 37. This is Wheel of Fortune. It's a gold digger. Change. The divine's all over it here. God, Lord of all virtues. Breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, and brings victory. Congratulations. You're not worried. You're not worried at all. 2 of Wands, 2-2. Jeliel, so something with jelly, right? 2, High Priestess. Intuitive, you're very intuitive. It could be a dark high priest or high priest or high priestess. They were doing a lot of magic on you, shit talking. Somebody was maybe counseling them, but gave them unwise counsel. Somebody was definitely promiscuous or claimed you were. The truth is coming out, though. You're highly intuitive. You don't say much, but you have a deep knowing. The helping God. Love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. 10 of Cups, your family. This is your family, or it's a group, or somebody you have a family with, or this is some sort of community. This is extreme happiness, happily ever after. 71, you're too strong, resilient. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. In reverse, they try to scapegoat you. They didn't want you being happy. Oh well. God, master of the universe. Divine warrior, confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. Knight of Wands, they wanted to hijack your wheel, like I said. Slow it down. How dare you have something I don't? Oh, they let themselves ramble aimlessly. Hahuia, Knight of Wands. Player energy. They did something too quickly. Very flighty here. Player energy. Trying to get you into the sack here. Third-party situations, but you made the right choice. Something to do with a contract. Third party. Nah, you rise above. God, the good in himself. Maybe you're going towards a higher level soulmate connection, and they know it, and they want it. Yeah, soulmate connection. They want to stop it from happening. They wanted to play that role in your life, and that's not who they are, whether it's the same sex or not. God, the good in himself, protection, prevents discovery, secret crimes, and saves exiles. So they're trying to slow something down so they don't get caught. Well, that's just too bad. You're caught, okay? They're penniless and pantyless, I just heard. Wow, my God. Spirit! They said, get to work. They have no money. So they wanted you to look like you're selling your ass. Spirit said, get to work. Damn. This is something, a soulmate partnered up. You have harmony in your life here. You're good to go. You're single, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, stable, and secure. You're protected here. You know where you're going in life. You know where they're going to. They're not happy about it. Somebody's loins are not doing well. They protected you from this person. A little bit of modesty might go a little farther for this person, okay? Angels are protecting you. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. That could be you or someone else. Gong, an exciting event. Bang your gong. How's that song go? Bang your gong. Oh, I can't remember. If I remember, I'll try to post that song. Dog, protection from a powerful friend. More dogs. So, you know, some people aren't like dogs. I mean, I love puppers. I do. I love puppies. It's not an insult to animals, okay? But dogs, well, they like to hump whatever they can get their paws on, wrap their paws around. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's acting like this, maybe. And you lay down with too many dogs, you get some fleas. You know what I mean? A distant friend is thinking of you. February could be their birthday or yours, or something took place in February or something. You give them the chill here, okay? Ice cold. You can put freezer spell or something. Something to do with your career or theirs. Getting frozen out. I want you to be frozen out. Maybe put you in a jar spell. The tower is a good tower, though. It's a bad tower for them, but good for you. Meaning they're redirecting you. Okay, it's going to be shock. Solid foundation, success with effort. Congratulations, your career is going to be table, hard work ahead. And you're getting the bag. Congratulations. Something important such as a new job or raise. Tulip and great passion. Wow. Peace and harmony. Wind chimes. And sorrow over loss. So they're going to be crying because this is what's happening for you. Or they might be on their way out because they did too much. You know, with their addictions and with the backfires, the spell work and sleeping around. Ooh-wee, that smell. I just heard that again. Can't you smell that smell? The smell is all around you. Damn. Somebody could be doing intravenous stuff as well. So, yeah, I'm not laughing at what they're going through because what they're going through is not pleasant at all from what I understand. I certainly wouldn't want to go through that. But they didn't take any precautions with their life. They didn't heed any warnings. They didn't want to listen. They thought they knew it. They knew better. All self-serving, whatever this is. They were willing to let you sink and everybody else sink for what they wanted. No care in the world for you or anyone else. So congratulations. This person's a lost person. They're going to have to take it up with God. You know what I mean? Obviously lacking a lot. Self-respect is number one. Self-awareness is number two. Hopefully it's never too late, right? They say even in hell God can hear us sometimes. So I don't know, maybe they can turn this around one day or one life. Who knows? Until then, I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.